My name is Nikki to Saint Phalle, and I'm a sculpture artist. Here are some photos. That's me making a sculpture. And there's me when I got face painted to look like one of my art projects. So I was born in France. I don't really like to talk about my childhood because it was traumatic and abusive. I also didn't really enjoy school because my home life was upsetting as well. While growing up, because of that, I had anger and sadness within. However, later in life, I became an artist, but later specifically a sculptor. I used it as an outlet and a platform to represent emotions and feminism. While I was alive, I also had a husband and 2 kids. When I first started experimenting with art, I started with painting, like most other people. I loved it. And what I used to draw or paint would be women in aggressive or innocent positions. So one example I did was a bride, but she had blood all over here. This was just to express my emotion and how I felt, and to display that women aren't always what you think they are. We are powerful and we are strong. But here are some of the pictures. So here's one when I was painting. And then here's one of my paintings of a bride and her husband. Another phase of mine, which is actually one of my favorites to make, were my shooting paintings. So this is when I would use a canvas and attach large objects, sometimes even other weapons, onto the canvas, and then I would spray paint it all one color, usually white, and then I would put balloons or pockets on the canvas filled with paint or other liquid that would dye the surface, and I would shoot them with a gun, and they would explode and run all over the canvas and make it look beautiful but also dangerous. So it shows kind of like a representation of women, how we're beautiful but we're also dangerous, but we are also powerful. So here is one of my photos of me after I did one, and here is one of me in the process of doing it. My last and most popular phase are my nanas. These are sculptures of women in exaggerated and colorful ways. These women are to represent all types of different varieties. We want to show women empowerment, so I made these sculptures that are very colorful and sometimes in dancing positions to show how graceful we are. Here is an example of some of them. Oop, my hair is getting in the way. And they are what I'm most popularly known for, and they were the most fun to make. The Tarot Garden is in Tuscany, Italy. It is one of my most renowned works, actually. I started working on it in the 70s and continued that for 30 plus years. It is made up of multiple sculptures. The garden is 22 acres and made up of multiple different mediums like concrete, clay, metals, and glass. Each of the sculptures is made to represent each tarot card, but in colorful and unique ways. Some sculptures I made are so big that you can even go inside. I'm so proud of this, and it took years to make. I have a lot of pictures. Here's one of people inside of one of my sculptures. You can still go visit today, and all of the sculptures, even though they're based off the tarot cards, there are still multiple of other of my sculptures placed inside the garden. One of the most interesting would probably be the fact that my name actually isn't Niki, it's Catherine. Also, I've been on the cover of Vogue, Elle, and Life magazine. I had a short modeling career and even directed a short film. I had constant respiratory problems from the fumes I'd be breathing in while creating my art. And lastly, and most randomly, I had a perfume line in 1983, and the bottles actually represented my art as well. Here's some pictures. This one is one of my perfume bottles. It has 2 snakes on top to represent all of my sculptures. And the next one is me on the cover of Vogue. Thank you for interviewing me today.